Good morning. Welcome to Winnipeg. You know what I'm going to say? Welcome to a cloudy Winnipeg, right? Yeah. It's probably going to rain today, Winnipeg. I think in yesterday's episode I was talking about painting my white helmet yellow. Well, I did. I put the first coat on. And for those of you who like to talk about paint, okay, I used the XF3, just one coat here. And tonight or later today I'm going to use the X8, which is called lemon yellow. And I think it's sort of a semi-gloss, but I'm not sure. And then probably tomorrow I'll hit it with clear coat. Not flat clear, just the clear. Put a little bit of a shine on it. That's the plan. We'll see how it goes. All right. Got a comment from a viewer. And the viewer said, and if you happen to be listening, and I appreciate this comment, really it doesn't bother me, why when you've got a really cool bike, are you dressed up like an idiot? Well, that's not exactly what they said, but that's what they meant. And it's as I mentioned. I want to be seen. I'm 77 years old. I'm not worried about not looking cool anymore. Yeah, I want to be seen. I've found that if you're dressed in really light clothing, or you get noticed by motorists. They can run into you or pull in front of you. That's the biggest problem. They don't see you coming, and they'll pull in front of you. Now, granted, I'll admit that if they're not seeing you from the side, they're not really seeing too much of all your banana suit. Okay, enough about that. Now, got a comment, I think it was last week, from Martin in the UK. And Martin was suggesting, why not put your rides on GPS, and I think what he was getting at is then you could post the GPS link, and if somebody was interested to know exactly where you went, they could Google it. Now there's a fellow in Japan who does walking videos, and they're really, really good. I watched a lot of them up until probably I stopped watching about a year ago. Not because they're not good anymore. It's just that after a while you've seen most of Tokyo, and if you want to see it, man, is it ever good? He holds a high quality 4K 60 frames per second camera in front of him, kind of like I do with my GoPro on my motorcycle, and you get this lovely panorama view as he's walking the streets in Tokyo or other cities in Japan. Really, really good. But in his description, he also has links that you can click on, and you can see the route he took, and you can bring it up on Google Map. And if you want to, you could go on Google Street View, and you can actually see, oh yeah, he really was there. I remember seeing that building or whatever it happens to be. So I'm going to see if I can't do that here with my cell phone. I do have an app on there that I put on last year when I was cycling with the e-bike, and I never did actually try to see if I could send that link to somebody else. Maybe I'll send it to my neighbor next door and ask him, can you bring this up? And if that's the case, that might be kind of fun. So yeah, I'll just take this with me and bring up the app, and it should record the route. Now it does not record my speed in live, like a live view of the speed, which is what I'd kind of like to have, because I think the speedometer in my bike reads. In other words, when I was cruising along at 70, 70 kilometers an hour, that is. I went through a radar thing, and it says your speed, and then it posts it, and it said 65. And I went through 3 different ones, and they all indicated that I was going slower than what I said I was, which is a good thing, I guess. Especially for me, I'm just not that good yet. Okay. Another question. The viewer that made the comment about why do I dress like that? You have a really cool bike. Well, the reason I've got that particular bike was, first of all, last summer when I was running around on the scooter and thinking, I need something that's just a little bit more zippy than this. And so what I did was I went online to see what style could I get, and I was remembering my dad's old Harley that I actually learned to ride when I was 13 years old, and I actually rode it, and it was the big full size. At that time they were called a Harley 74, and I think it meant 74 cubic inch. Anyway, it was a big bike, but I could get on it. It had a low, comfortable saddle, and I'm thinking, I can't afford a Harley. What's available? So I went online and I checked the different styles, and it turned out that the Honda Rebel was the kind of style that I thought I could get on and off of easily, because it had a low seat. And then I found out they had this really, really cool automatic transmission, and unfortunately, it's only available in the bigger version of the Rebel, or the biggest version of the Rebel. In other words, 1100 cc, which is way more than what I need. But if I wanted that transmission, I had to get the bigger bike. So that's why I got what I got. Otherwise, I'd have a smaller bike. Because I wanted that tranny. I was quite used to the twist and go of the little scooter, and I liked it. The twist and go of the e-bike, and I liked it. I don't need to shift, and I can shift. I can shift it if I want to. It's got toggle buttons on the left hand handlebar. Oh my goodness, do I ever get off the subject? This is the model ship show, and we were going to drop down some more parts here. Anyway, so that's why and fortunately for me, Bill's Cycle here in Manitoba, they actually had one coming in. So hey, here we are. Here we are with a rainy day, and I can't ride it. Although, mind you, I'm looking outside right now, and I can see that the street does appear to be drying up. I don't know. Maybe I will get out for a quick scoot. Let's recompose here. I think most of the rest of these pieces they go onto this bulkhead here. I think this bulkhead has everything on it that we can get on. Oh, got a comment from Jerry, and Jerry was saying that it might be advisable to paint some of these little dials white, and I just might do that if I remember. Thanks, Jerry. I appreciate comments like that. Okay. All right. We talked about Martin's app. We talked about Jerry's paint. Talked about why this thing is yellow. Let's get going here. Okay, I was thinking about painting the dials white, and I was going to grab some white paint here. And if you will notice, there are actually supposed to be decals go on here. Like this one is this one, and this one is this one, and so on. So there are 4 different decals that are going to have to be dropped down. I think they should go on fairly easy because if I remember right, I did one similar to this before, and it went on pretty good. Now this one here is going to be really small, so it'll be interesting. But we won't do that right now. I think what we want to do right now is, pardon my reach here, we want to drop down some of these pieces onto this piece right here and get it done. I don't think there are any decals that go on this piece. We'll check. I didn't notice a drawing of this bulkhead in the painting and marking guide, but maybe there is. Okay, this area here, we've already done that. And this is the piece that we put on a safe place yesterday. So we don't need to worry about that. Moving from left to right in this last little bit here of step 28. Well, the first piece we come to is P20. And it looks like this one right here. Yeah, that's it. And P20 goes right there, which is, okay, there are two positioning pins, so I guess they go in those two holes right there. Yeah. Okay, let's just recompose and drop it in. Missy's coming. I can get through here now because the plywood's gone. There she is.
Good morning, Dr. Ron.
Good morning. Good morning, Missy the dog. Good morning. How are you doing? Hey? How are you doing? Okay. She says, never mind. Where's the cookie? Where's the cookie? Here we go. Here we go. This one's broken. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I hope it's all right. Is that okay?
Oh!
She shows you no mercy.
4-footed landing. She wanted to meet people this morning. We went to Pioneer Trail and she turned right and she sat down out tall and wagged her tail as best she could, and this man walked by and smiled at me. She was cast, downcast. Then two more people are coming in the other direction. She pulled me over there. We only waved at her. Then we were coming home. And people were walking and she was pulling me towards them. She was just a self-made celebrity.
Okay. Got to get a little bit of different grab on it here. Okay, I think I'm going to be able to do it here. Now that should meld nicely. I don't think we need to put any more on there. Okay, the next piece to the right is this one right here. And we kind of talked a little bit about this one yesterday. It has to have a wheel mounted on it. It should have already been completed, but it's not. And I think it was this piece right here. Whoops. Don't go pinging off on me now. Yeah. Okay. It's supposed to have a wheel mounted on it, but the wheels aren't painted, and I'm thinking at this point maybe I should be painting the wheels. And according to the painting and marking guide, it appears that only these four smallest ones get painted green. Everything else is painted red. And if we got it wrong, well, nobody's going to know. But we won't. We're going to get it right, right? Right. Okay, let's recompose here and paint our wheels. Now, those viewers who keep recommending painting these things on the sprue, you're probably just about ready to type in, why don't you paint them on the sprue? Well, I'm kind of thinking along those lines right now. Okay, now these 4 right here, they're going to get painted green. This was the extra one from a few days ago. Okay, so those ones are going to be red, and I'm going to mount these little ones the same way on another place, another block, and we'll paint them green. And I think that if I press these down, they should sort of stick there, hopefully. That's the plan. Now maybe they won't. Maybe because I'm not using the double-sided tape, which is a whole lot stickier. Yeah, I can see right now I'm going to have a problem here. I mean, this one, it didn't want to stick at all. Unless maybe I was to put one of the, put them at a bit of an angle. They might want to stay there. I'm afraid that when I start brushing, yeah, let's just get a brush here and see how that's going to. We'll do a dry run. Okay, this is a fairly soft brush. I think I can get the illusion of them being red. They don't have to be painted on the underside. So now I know the last time we held these things in self-locking tweezers by the. I'm wondering if maybe that's the best way to go. Am I just sort of courting disaster here? You know, going to be constantly frustrated. See, the thing of it is on these, whoops. The part that we hold on to here, like this, is not very big. But maybe it's enough. Maybe if I use these kind of tweezers and put them in clamps, that might work. Yeah, that might work. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Bear with me. We're going to recompose here. Okay, we have recomposed, and I have changed my mind again. And we are using the self-locking tweezers. Okay, here's the plan. I'm gonna do the green ones the same way, but not right now. Probably tomorrow now. Right now I want to take advantage of the fact that there's a chance that I might be able to get out this afternoon on the bike. And I want to try out a different system. Those of you who watched the last episode on the with the bike, I was messing around with the recorder, and I didn't have it set right. I now have it set right. Not only that, I put a proper dead cat over top of the microphone. I'm gonna just check it out and see if possibly, you know, maybe when it's rattling around in that bag that I had on the gas tank, it could be that I was getting sounds being transferred up, you know, rattling sounds transferred up through the body of the microphone. I don't know. There's lots of little things that can keep it from sounding good. So I'm gonna wind her up, and yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we're gonna see you tomorrow.